And welcome, Flip Clock fans. We're going to do a kind of a mini live version of Flip Clock fans today. I've got the ambient sounds of the rain going in the background. I'm sitting right by a window. And I wanted to see if I could just do all this in one take. So what am I doing today? Well, I picked up this clock, which you all may recognize. It's a Copal 227. And there's the main reason I picked this up was because of the white digits. They're not that common, and as you may notice from a lot of my other clocks, I tend to gravitate toward white digit clocks. But I didn't have a Copal 222 with white digits, and I've got two in the background here, and I'm thinking that the red would look good with white digits, so that's why I got this. The seller said that it wasn't working. Well, in shipment, somehow the motor got working, and that's wonderful. So I'm going to show you quickly. We'll see if we can get through this today before the rest of the family gets up. And the dog starts barking, and the cat jumps up on here. So what we're going to do is quickly show you how to get into this and try to do a switch here without much trouble. The tools we'll need today are Gorilla Tape and a regular Phillips head screwdriver number 2. So normally you see these 222s, you've got the alarm here. Oh, before we get into that, let's take a look here. The Copal model 227.
Let's deal with the valley. The hills together the same. But don't you know you got wild blood running through your veins? You're the leader of the wolf pack with the power of flame. Don't you know you got wild blood running through your
So there it is, the Copal model 227. And the first thing to do to get these off this going is just pull this straight up. Come straight off. Sometimes, usually I can't get a hold of that the first time out, so I take my Gorilla Tape. Like this. Just kind of make a handle. It pulls right off. And then usually this one comes off a little easier. And on the 227, we've got 3 screws to get rid of. This holds the case in the back. Now after you take this screw off, you can actually get the case off at this point. There's tabs here like that. Then to get the mechanism out. So we've got a well-used bulb there. You can tell because it's blackened. I'll fire this up and see that it is working. It's working well. Now, for posterity's sake, we'll go ahead and apply, since we've got it open, apply a drop of oil. And basically you're just going in one of these holes and allowing oil to drip down to that axle there, arbor, or whatever you want to call that, where it's spinning at. That's about the only place. That's the only place on this motor on this side of the gearbox that could take oil anyway. So that we'll let that work in there while we go at this clock. Again, I just think the red would look good with white digits. Now, just for cleaning's sake, and I think this is pretty clean, but just since we're doing it, we're talking about the Copal 227s, about how maybe to get them apart and stuff. You'll take a piece of about 8 centimeters or around 3 inches of Gorilla Tape. You'll tear off about that much to leave whatever that is. It's enough to fit right there. Now you want to do something like this because you don't want to start prying here with stuff. And what we do is I place the tape to where it covers up the copal. This just works for me. I'm not telling you you have to do it this way, but it's the best way. Fold it down like that. So now I've got a handle that looks like that. And I'm going to pull towards the camera, and it comes right out. You see, you've got grooves here that's going to catch this part. So the only way to get this back is you've got to get this back before you reassemble the clock. So you'd have to push that in, then put it back on there. And we're going to do that. I'm probably going to put this mechanism back in here. So anyway, now that you've seen how to do it, let's see how easy this one is. We've got the red plastic there. See if we can't get this off in one go. No. Okay. I don't remember opening this one. Maybe I didn't. What this third one is to really try to snug that down like that. Now that should work. And it did. Okay. Hopefully. Yeah, I must not have had this apart. Okay. I don't think I need to take this off the opposite side now that we know how to do that. Same thing, 3 screws. So again, the way I like to open it is there's tabs here. I'm pushing down to release. You want to make sure that's down. Same thing here on this side, push down like that. That's going to want to catch. Okay. Now curiously, we've got a little bit of different layout here. Did you notice that the bulb is going to this side, and down here it's coming around the back side, which probably looks like a better way to do it. They went across the top. Again, just another curiosity. There were changes as they did these clocks. You'll notice through the years as they either got better at it or had different ideas. Otherwise, I think everything else is the same. This one here, they're using plastic instead of a metal gear case. I would say this one's probably older, but again, I don't know. So we'll get this in here to see if it actually does look better. Oh yeah. We'll leave the yellow like it is, but I like that. I like that look. The alarm is different here. Different type of alarm. Okay. Well, it's just interesting how there's different variations, and I probably should unplug this while I'm messing with it. I set a bad example. And just a matter of reassembly. Yeah, this is a weird little layout. I don't think it was a really good idea, but we're going to leave it like that. Gotta catch that alarm thing at the top. That just kind of popped in. That was easy. I don't know why I'm a fan of the 227 as much as I am. I just like the size of them. I've heard people put them down. I read somewhere someone called them ugly. I know they're boxy, but you know, of course, not this. This is a 201, Copal 201, and yeah, it's beautiful. And you know I'm a fan of the Copal 101s. But I still like the angular look. If you ask me what's my favorite, well, this would probably be my favorite. 101's close second. The 227s, the big deal about them is they were everywhere. There were a lot of 227s made, mostly in wood grain, and probably mostly because in the 70s everybody was all about paneling and fake wood look. Terrible. So when you find your 227, it's almost always going to be wood grain, and the colored ones are a little harder to find, except in Japan and Europe. They had better taste than Americans at the time. Their clocks were more colorful. And let's see, what am I doing wrong here? We'll blame being on camera. Well, you can see it doesn't go like that, or like that. This is embarrassing. It should go on like that. There we go. Let's fire that sucker up. There it is. New and improved red Copal 227. Thanks for taking the time.